Hey there, race fans. It's Race Day Top 5 with me, Frank 5. The first race in the round of 8 at Martinsville is in the books. A wild finish that created a lot of drama. And one guy has already punched his ticket to Homestead. And this guy that most people that sat in the garage had the car to beat. Number 1, Kyle Busch in the M&M's Halloween scheme captured his 5th win of the season, moving him on to Homestead as he captured the first Data 500 in the late race, night race at Martinsville, because they now have lights at the track, in order to capitalize himself to Homestead and gain himself momentum. Kyle Busch dominated the first half of the race, didn't win any of the stages, but was very consistent. Lost the handling towards the end of the race, and then all of a sudden, towards those last few restarts, was able to be in position and had a chance to win, and capitalized it, and now he's on to Homestead as he finished ahead of Martin Truex Jr., Clint Bowyer, Brad Keselowski, and Kevin Harvick. Number 2, Chase Elliott. I'm going to be a little bit upset here, folks. We had a great run today. Great car towards the end of the race, leading 120 laps. Lost the lead to Brad Keselowski in a late race restart. And then a late race caution for Joey Logano gave us one more chance. Brad took the top. We restarted on the bottom because the leader can choose wherever he wants to on a restart. Because the top line did work for most of the race today, especially on late race restarts and even during the race. Brad got the lead, and then we took it back by moving him to the outside, which was not just kind of just racing. And then Denny Hamlin comes behind us into turn 3 with 3 to go, dumps us, makes us hit the wall. We finished 27th, and we're outside the cut line. And he was a little bit upset after the race. Climbed over to Denny Hamlin and said, "You wrecked me. You wrecked me." He wrecked us. That was unnecessary, dirty, and I pray to God Hamlin does not go to Homestead. I'm sorry if I'm mad, guys. I don't like to be upset with these videos, but Denny Hamlin just made my list. I cannot stand Gibbs anymore. Even Denny Hamlin. Unbelievable. Hamlin, you better not make it to Homestead. We'll make sure of it. We got to go to Texas next week and win, and I hope we do because we won an Xfinity race there, finished top 10 in every single race there, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully a miracle can come for us next week. Number 3, Brad Keselowski, also as dominant as Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch was. Finished 4th in the race, and got bumped out of the way towards the end by Chase Elliott, which we apologize, but at least he was able to come home for a top 5 finish, and that's what matters for the 2 car. And they're 29 points above the cut line going into Texas, so it looks like the 2 car could possibly be safe to go to Homestead at the moment, but we still have 2 more races left, so we'll see what happens. Number 4, Ryan Blaney had a nice solid run today, coming home in like the top 10. I can't remember where, but he ran solid for a team that is from Stuart, Virginia, and this track is in Martinsville, Virginia, so it's home field advantage for this team, and I was able to come away with a solid points day. They are below the cut line, but they still have a chance to possibly go to Texas next week, where they dominated in the spring before they got screwed up by Corey LaJoie. They have a chance to possibly go to Texas next week and win, and maybe punch their ticket to Homestead, so that would be nice for the Wood brothers to go for a championship. I like them so much. And number 5, Jimmy Johnson struggled all day today. Unbelievable. I never predicted this. Nobody ever predicted this. I don't even think the Jimmy Johnson fans or even our announcers for NBC or MRN predicted this. Jimmy Johnson struggling at Martinsville. He's won 9 times, the same amount as Jeff Gordon. Can you believe that? And he's currently below the cut line. So Jimmy's got to go to Texas, where he's won it before, and Phoenix, but he hasn't won there in, I don't know, since 2008. I don't remember, but that's the last time I remember Jimmy Johnson winning at Phoenix. So we'll see what happens going down the road, and we got Texas coming up next week. But before I shut off, I would like to make some pretty exciting news early in the week. Darrell Wallace Jr. has been announced as the driver of the 43 car next year, and that's exciting for NASCAR because he's the first African-American since 1971 to compete full-time. Of course, the last African-American to do that. I'm sure this name is familiar to some people, Wendell Scott. And he scored 2 wins in his career, and I think Bubba Wallace could pave an area for talent and for African-American drivers to follow their dreams and maybe be a driver like Bubba Wallace. And he's a great talent. I like the guy. He's really funny. He's a great personality, great driver. And if he hadn't gotten out of his Xfinity ride this year due to sponsorship, I think he could have possibly made it to the championship floor with all the junior motorsports guys. But this is a great opportunity for him. Gets to run with his best friend in Ryan Blaney and his buddies in Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, and Eric Jones. So we'll see what he does next year, replacing Eric Almirola. I think it's going to work as long as he gets a sponsorship and a manufacturer. All those announcements will be coming up. So meantime, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Congrats to the Kyle Busch fans. You're on to Homestead. And we'll see what happens next week in Texas. Will there be a showdown between the 24 and 11? Or will there be a clean race and Truex win? We'll find out. See you next week.